Hi, Jokin, Maya. How are you? Welcome. Do me a favor, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. As I walk, as you guys watch me walk, please chat with each other, get to know each other in the chat. Yeah, it's Saturday. Please like, please like. Do me a favor if you can double tap the screen so that more people will know that I'm live. Yes, and you're talking about current events and what's going on in our world, in our country. How are you coping with things? Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's first talk about how are you doing? That's the first start. The first order of business is asking this question. How are you doing? Whew, I think I'm somewhat overdressed. Thank you for the likes. Keep liking, you guys. Thumbs up, as they would say. Hi, Susanna Hildago. Welcome. Juan Sanchez, hi, welcome. Do me a favor if you can double tap the screen. Say hi to each other as you watch me walk. Yeah. Sharon is Karen. And it's free. And liking is free as well. I had something spicy to eat for breakfast this morning. And normally I don't eat before I walk. I started out a lot later, and I feel like the spiciness is kind of slowing my pace down. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to take this jacket off, you guys. interesting. I haven't seen that house before. Oh, it's pretty. Kabir, how are you? Good to see you. The cyclists are out riding their bicycles. Do me a favor, you guys, don't forget to double tap or thumbs up or like or whatever else they call it. Oh, there's a bird on the tree. I don't know what kind of bird it is. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, it's got. It's on that tree. That's a squirrel that's up there. Oh, the bird is gone. Oh, where did it disappear to? Sounds of nature. Look, there's people.
Have a good day.
Hey, you have a good day. Almost there. Ooh, Lord, it's hot. So that's probably what I would need to bird watching, right? It's not necessarily a camera, but like a binocular.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's what I was talking to somebody about. Sorry to interrupt. Walking backwards. Ooh, my goodness. Oh my goodness, seems like I'm running backwards. The sun is coming out, you guys. Peek, peek. Let me know if there are any bird watchers out there because I'd like to go bird watching. I want to start out this year doing that intentionally, not just happening upon it. I just love looking at the green moss on the fences or on the rocks. Like they're really nice green, fresh moss. Hello, let's see. Simran Kaur, welcome. Please do me a favor if you can double tap the screen, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Just going for a walk. I started out a lot later today. I think on the weekends I'm going to do it a lot later. Yeah, this morning ritual. Well, it's no longer morning, it's afternoon right now. How are you guys doing? Why are you, oh, walking backwards? Good question. Well, number one, it's better on my frame, my posture. It provides balance, strengthens my uh, skeletal bones, my knees. Yeah, everything. Yeah, and it's because it's kind of like, I don't want to say steep, but sometimes when you're going down a slope and if you're walking, you can go faster than you can. And yeah, but I don't do it all the way down though. See, like right now, like I shouldn't even walk backward right now because like this is fine. But like, you know, even this too, going down here, I probably don't, but I'm just doing it for my own personal taste and health and so forth. That's all. That's all. Yeah. Also, let me see, what's this? Oh, yeah, I was gonna say also on the treadmill at the gym, they say it's also good to walk backwards on the treadmill. Yep. I don't know about running backwards, but yeah. Yeah, I want to show you guys this. Since I started vlogging, vlogging the walk-in. I don't know if you've had a chance to see any of my prior, oh, nobody's there right now, prior videos, but look the lake, the river rather. Just one lone piece of ice there. Everything has melted, you guys. Thank God. Everything has melted. Yeah. This is why I'm walking backwards. This is why I'm walking backwards. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ba, ba. Do me a favor, if you can like the screen, like the video, thumbs up, double tap the screen, share. Oh, now I'm going to point the camera towards a break in the clouds where there's a different kind of color. So I don't know if that looks like a front. To me, that actually looks like a front of some sort. It's too early for sunset, although the colors, the hues, shades of sun. But in my opinion, from my little knowledge of earth science, I believe that, because like the sun is here. See, the sun is here, and that's that. Yeah, we'll see. Sometimes I usually stop the vlogging before I even get down this way, and then I may start it coming back up. What I do is when I get down to where the picnic benches are, I'm going to take a break, do some stretches. Oh, do you think Trump is a good president? Well, to be honest with you, I I don't want to respond, and that's a good question. I don't want to respond as if I'm trying to kind of like stay neutral or just trying to stay in a safe zone. But what I will say is that regardless of who is in office, I believe that we have to have a degree of respect. And, as believers, we're admonished to pray for wisdom. So I pray for all of our world leaders that God gives them the wisdom that they need to make the decisions to keep our world safe and at peace. That's what I will say is, do I always agree with everything that he does? No. I think a lot of his talking is just kind of for reaction, and you cannot approach things from an emotional standpoint, unfortunately. And also when you're, just kind of dealing with politics. Because if you view things from that perspective, you're in trouble. Hello. Yep. If you view decisions from an emotional standpoint. So I don't know if I answer your question. Since you brought up, oh, well, I brought up, when I speak of God, I speak about God with a capital G-O-D. Do you believe God created the world? Do I believe? Yes. Like, what do you believe? I'm curious. I want to hear your thoughts. because I don't want to be the only one that's speaking. I believe that we are a created being. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are unique. I am unique. Do I believe in creation? Yes. Do I believe in things evolving, such as trees and so forth? Yes. But I do believe in creation, yes. And I, just so you know, I don't want to knock you or anything. Okay, and the wonderful thing about science is that they have proven the existence of God. They've proven the existence of that there is a higher power, a higher will. Let me see if I can go down this way, because I think the last time this place was packed with snow, because this is where the cars usually park when the park is open. Yeah, but there is something that, let me see, one, two, I would say about 6 years ago, because I don't know if you're aware that in certain religious spaces and churches and things like that, and, practices such as what's in the Bible, such as speaking uh, in tongues. And I came across information. I have to look it up. I don't have any citing offhand, but perhaps you can Google it. That when people speak in what we call tongues, tongues, that's being filled with the Holy Spirit, that there is something going on with the brain with regard to some kind of activity. And this is what science has proven. So I'm like, whoa, because people try to, a lot of times, conversations have been that of prioritizing or highlighting science over this human concept or mindset of God and, you know, um, creation and, just kind of aligning our thought pattern and mindset with this idea of God, especially if it's somebody that we haven't seen. And for me, I don't need to see something in order to know that there's a God. I think what's more important for me is the presence. It's the presence. And yeah, I like your shoe. I like your shoe. It's nice. Yeah. You're welcome. Yeah. It's the presence and feeling and knowing that there's more than just this frame. I don't know much about the Big Bang Theory. Can you enlighten me about that? Oh yes, you've told me. You have mentioned what you believe in. I really appreciate that. And honestly speaking, I don't know much about the Big Bang Theory. And actually, for me, I don't need to see. I don't need to see something in order to believe. And you believe in science, but can science explain? Can science explain why is it someone doesn't need to see someone or see a person in order to know that there's an existence of a God, right? But all they need to experience is that feeling. It's that emotion that they didn't create. It's just something that consumes them. Can science explain that? What I'm talking about? Can science explain that? Yeah, and tell me more about the Big Bang Theory. I've heard of it, but I've never really focused on that. And let me ask you this too, okay? You know, laughing because, you know, that plane crash that happened where all but one person survived? Like, I think the plane had like over 150, and it was an international plane. And I forgot which country, I'm not sure if it was India, Pakistan. I want to ask you, how does science explain something like that? The survival of one person. And really, it doesn't really matter what I believe, you know, for the purpose of, you know, this vlogging and stuff like that. But I think the importance for me is what I feel and what strengthens me, what empowers me. And just to mention of the name of Jesus, things happen. And I want to know, how can science explain that? Can, can science explain when I say the name of Jesus, there's peace, there's joy, there's satisfaction? When I stop and I think and I breathe in and I breathe out, how can science explain what's going on? That's what I want to find out. What about the other 149 people? Was God not with them? No, 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 no. See, what I don't, I asked about the science realm, but here's my concern with that, right? My concern with negative things that occur in life, a lot of times, I've been guilty of it as well. We want to blame God. Well, if there were really a God, why didn't he do this and why didn't he do that? And remember, you know, unfortunately in life, God rest their soul in peace. Unfortunately, a lot of times things occur, right? They occur in life that are out of our control. We just happen to be the byproducts, the innocent bystanders, the innocent people that are caught in the middle and in the way of people's free choices that are made. And can science explain why is it that God gives us free choices? And can science explain that people that don't believe in a God, when they're in trouble, the first name that they call is God? Can science explain that? Well, I definitely see your argument about the rationale. Either something explains or something doesn't. But what about this idea of all we need to do is feel, and that's the only explanation we need? That's kind of like I am, you know, I just don't always need to have things explained. I really don't. I don't always need to have somebody explain something to me. For me, what I feel is sufficient. What I feel is enough, and that's all I need to know. But I'm kind of curious. What do other people think about this conversation? I'm sitting down and I'm stretching. Oh no, not at all. I appreciate that. I'm not. No, I'm not. No. How were you being offensive? Why? And why would you say that? These are the kinds of discussions that I like. This is good. I'm sorry I don't have more to offer on the Big Bang Theory or the other things you were talking about. I can certainly learn. It's beautiful. Look at the water. Look at that. It's a helicopter over there. Helicopter over there. Oh, I'm sorry to hear just that a few things happen in my life that makes me disbelieve that God had that plan for them. Yeah, I am so sorry to hear that you've had some negative things happened. And, despite I just want to offer, the fact that the fact that I've had quite a, quite a few challenges in life that I've had to cope and deal with. For me, I find no fault in him. Okay, I lost my mom this May. Of course, she was, well up in age, and you know, I I could have grumbled and said, "Oh, well, why did you take her now?" She was 87. Um, but some things we don't quite. Yeah, thank you. Fully understand in life regarding circumstances that happened. Um, like I had a conversation years ago with this couple, and the one young lady, she was with her partner, and she was, we had conversation about God came up, and she was talking about, well, if God really this and that, he would not have caused my mom to die or whatever. And I guess, I think the mom was some sickness or something. But I don't like to get into conversations like that. I don't like to, I kind of shift those conversations towards a different light, not putting the blame at anyone, but I believe that sometimes in our lifetime, and yes, in our lifetime, not just our lifetime, our generation lifetime through the generation, things happen. It passes down from one generation to another, and someone has to break the cycle. And unfortunately, if the cycle hasn't been broken, unfortunately, I believe like innocent lives are caught up and are affected and impacted. And one example as I'm thinking here right now is this idea of certain health conditions that just get passed down through the generations, and you get somebody that just is an innocent bystander. They didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do, but they're part of that family, and you know, somebody didn't change habits of eating a certain way, of exercising more, of doing certain things, and then you have an innocent child that comes in the way, and all of a sudden things are filtered down and passed down through that generation, and then people turn around and blame God. And my perception is that we're given choices. We're given a template to live, and we don't follow it. And then when things happen, it's like the first thing we run back to is we run back to that blame space. You know, like I've had things happen to me. I remember years ago we were going to migrate. Initially, we were going to migrate from South America to Canada. We had our papers, or our whatever, to go into the embassy, and all of a sudden the person that was sending for us, my dad, I've forgiven him and I love him, he reneged on the sponsorship paper. Now, mind you, my mom had, we'd gotten her our vaccines, and we had gotten our physicals, and all the necessary things you need to do in order to prepare to migrate to a different country. And all of a sudden, and if I wanted to hold on to that, I could have. When I tell people about it, they cannot fathom, they cannot comprehend why would someone do that to their kids. But all I know is that there's a God who is forgiven and who's faithful. And so I will end this conversation by ending the live. You take care. Press the notification. Don't forget about subscribing and share. Thank you. Take care. Oh, yes, yes. Anytime, anytime, anytime. Blessings.